Hello everybody, Mr. Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Endwalker. In the last episode, we continued pushing through the Pandemonium raids. We fought Themis and freed him from Athena's control, and then it took the fight to Athena herself. After defeating her, Eric Thonios was able to take advantage of the fact that Claudian was Eric Thonios' reincarnated soul to break Claudian free of Athena's control as well, and put an end to her crazy schemes to become a god. And so Pandemonium has dissipated, and Athena's been sent back to where she belongs, in the Ethereal Sea. So we just now need to hope that Claudian recovers, and we can wrap this thing up. Alright, let's talk to Eorzea. It seems we can do naught but wait. Perhaps we might discuss a matter which has been troubling me. While your colleague, Nemgigi, was enlightening us on the historical events which led to this era, she let slip the name of one of the Ascians, Eorzea. Although she knew of the figure only from her research, she was most insistent that there is no evidence connecting the Ascian to myself. I'm aware that this Eorzea used the Heart of Sabik to sow chaos throughout your world, and I would be fooled to deny such strong connections between us. You're the only one present who has met the Ascian in question, so I would ask you directly, are he and I one and the same? Is my fate to work in the shadows and bring about untold destruction? We're not entirely sure, actually. I cannot be certain. A diplomatic answer. I understand the Ascians often use the bodies of others to enact their plots. It is impossible to say who they truly are. These Ascians, or Paragons, I'm told, were ruthless in their schemes to rejoin the Sundered World. I have heard but a small number of their deeds, and I still find it difficult to comprehend the depths to which they were willing to sink. To choose a path of evil, all for the sake of the star. I admit, this is a decision I would make under the right circumstances. Although the ages may take their toll, my devotion to my duty will never waver. There was that crazy half of yourself. Pay no heed to what might be lost. I will treat the Heart of Sabik as a mere tool for my own ends. Never caring to look beyond the surface, I will unleash forces that I fail to truly comprehend, remain blissfully ignorant of my hypocrisy all the while. Somebody waking up. Ah, it appears Claudian has awakened. Anyway, I have some faint memories of what transpired. You stood against Athena and won. And you were there too. Eorzea, Eric Thonios' memories of you dwell within me still. Through unyielding discipline, you hoped to forge a son equal to yourself, but the crucible you placed him in left scars which were loath to heal. You were never motivated by selfishness. All you did was in service of your duty. At the least, I'll hear no more. Though you may possess Eric Thornius' memories, you are not him. In rebirth, you become someone else entirely, and you belong to this age. As such, I am your enemy, and an enemy does not deserve sympathy. Of course, I would never condone the actions of an Ascian, but you are not him. You are La Habrea of the Convocation. You spared no effort in saving us from Athena's machinations. For that, you deserve the utmost praise and my personal thanks. If you insist on deceiving yourself, then so be it. My stance remains unchanged. The most difficult of your trials is behind you, but you may find that Pandemonium has yet to relinquish the last of its secrets. Among them is the identity of Hephaestus' liberator, who set the very first wheels in motion. There's but one place to find these answers: the past. However, I must insist that you keep silent about Athena's fate. While I doubt it would change the decisions I make, you should not tender us information we could not uncover ourselves. Now that I have said my piece, I shall follow in my son's footsteps. These odious memories will fade to nothing, as was always their fate. Farewell. My time, too, draws near, but I believe I can stay long enough to see this matter through. You shall journey to the past to seek out the truth of La Habrea's words, yes? While Themis himself may have been there to see this encounter, I have the unique opportunity to hear your perspective on the matter. That is, of course, if you will share it with me. I look forward to it. I shall take in the ethereal sea one final time as I await your return. Alright, we need to speak with La Habrea at the Stygian Insenescence cells. Okay, so we need to head into Pandemonium. Alright. Back to the past. Alright, I'll be back when we're there. Alright, we're in Pandemonium, and hey, there's a bunch of people in here. Hey, it's a Rimene. How you doing? Recovered. Ah, you must be a Yame. I am Hegemone, keyword of Abyssos, but I suspect you may already know that. We did meet once before, after all, although I was not entirely myself at the time. Thanks to you, however, I can rightly say my faculties are mine once more. At present, I am taking stock of the damage done to the facility. Well, Habrea should be around here somewhere. Passage to the hidden compound. Oh, yes, this place. Right. Hey guys, what's up? Themis? Thank you for checking up on us. Did you speak with Hegemone and the other warders on your way here? sort of. The work is long, but we have made great strides in undoing Athena's meddling. For the moment. Eric? Yeah, mate, I didn't wait to see you again so soon, but 'tis always a joy. You seem quite happy to be here. Alright, La Habrea. Ame, truth be told, I thought you would have little reason to ever visit this place again. Seems I was wrong. I'm looking for answers to a couple of lingering questions. Now, neatly, you obfuscate your motivations. Do as you will, then. He's gone to the trouble to visit us, so I hardly think curtness is in order. We brave Pandemonium together. Why not at least to share with her our progress? I relinquished control of Pandemonium to La Habrea. I was never meant to hold it for long, and now such authority resides in rightful hands. With La Habrea's help, we have poured through Athena's research into the Hemethioi. Thus, we were able to restore Hegemone's mind and body. Hegemone. Yet, there is still much work to be done. Damage to repair, keyboards to replace, the tasks are too many to count. But although the path may be long, our progress is steady. I believe we can safely say that Pandemonium will soon function as it did before. Indeed. Before we reach that point, however, there are some matters which must be put to rest. One concerns Pandemonium itself, and another is a personal matter. Until they are settled, I cannot move forward. It shall not take long. Lack of resolve caused me to delay, but I have chosen my course. These concerns must be weighty indeed. Do you intend to share your burdens with us? If you would bear witness, then come. Your arrival at this very moment almost beggars belief, but I shall not ask you to leave. I simply ask that you do not interfere, no matter what may happen. Okay, then. Stay here. This will be over soon. Why did you call me here, Master La Habrea? There is still much to be done if the warders are to be freed. You have served within Pandemonium since Athena's time, have you not? That makes you the most senior keyword now that Agdistis is gone. As such, you deserve to know a secret few others are privileged to hear, one concerning myself. Separating Hephaestus from myself required removing part of my soul. A necessary sacrifice, but one which came at no small cost to my natural talents. I am but a shadow of the man I was at the time of my appointment as La Habrea. I could never hope to wield the same magics that Hephaestus used to bind the warders' minds, let alone break their shackles. That tone of defeat does not befit your voice, Master La Habrea. Do not give in to despair. There is no despair, only truth. I do not confide in you to garner cheap sympathy. Hephaestus left behind fascinating research. His conclusion was that in order to transform a vessel into a Hemethios, absolute control over their mind was essential. As you well know, the magic used to achieve such domination exploited strong emotions within their victims' hearts. In the case of Hesperos and Agdistis, their respect for me. Upon slipping his bonds, Hephaestus took steps to throw Pandemonium into chaos. With their attention divided, Keyword and Warder alike were easy targets. But there was an act that came before. Regardless of Hephaestus' prowess, he could not have won freedom on his own. For long days and nights, I pondered who might have released him. I could only conclude that Athena's plans were set in motion long, long ago, when she claimed the mind of one of her admirers. Agamone, no one question your pride in your position, your devotion to Pandemonium. But you do not believe I am the one fit to lead it, do you? Your loyalty lies not with my vision for Pandemonium, but Athena's. Master Lahabrea, whatever has spurred this sudden accusation, I assure you there is a proper explanation. What are you doing, Lahabrea? Do not approach. As I have already stated, even should I detect Athena's tinkering, I am currently powerless to dispel it. And so I've come to a decision, one which was made with the best interests of our star in mind. In order to build a better future, I required the strength I have lost. I must embrace these odious memories. Mark well this sight, engrave it upon your very soul. You now bear witness to the true Lahabrea. I cannot imagine this was an easy choice, but it is done. Is she alive? Yes, and she shall remember this lesson well. Athena's puppet no longer, I see. She may yet harbor ill will towards me, but that is a risk I am willing to take. My star requires a steady hand to guide it, and now mine is equal to the task. I can no longer allow Pandemonium to divert my focus. Agamone, I would ask that you serve me anew. There is none other more suited to overseeing this prison, none other who will take such pride in their duty. My loyalty to Athena led me to betray you once before. Why would you allow me to keep the position of keyword? I require your talents, as I require Hephaestus's. The past is of no consequence. Very well. In honor of our fallen colleagues, I shall restore this institution to its former glory. Lahabrea is himself once more. He wields his authority without hesitation and thinks not twice once his judgment has sounded. Yet he is different from Athena. He thinks only of the betterment of the star. So long as duty guides his actions, he shall not share her fate. And should his conviction ever waver, the emissary will set him back on the proper course. Good. If this is the path he chooses to walk, then I will walk with him. I'll allow our bond to fray no further. As his son, I will support him in the days ahead. I would not ask you to say the same, Ayame. You and I stand on peaks separated by vast chasms. Our perspectives shall never align. Never shall one give way to the other, for such is our nature. With that in mind, let us consider any debts between us to be void. Before you leave here, mark well these words. My resolve shall weather loss unfathomable, and yield before no obstacle. Walk your path with the same conviction. Well, he's got the crazy half of himself back. Alright. You've been promoted. Good luck. Master Lahabrea saw through me long ago, but now my mind is unclouded by doubt. I shall not fail him again. Erichthonios. From this day forward, I will do what I can to aid my father. In this way, I shall forge my own future. Alright. Themis. Lidibus. Hephaestus and Lahabrea were one and the same when he was named as one of the convocation. This change poses no need for concern, for all is as it should be. Yeah, because he was already Lahabrea before he split himself in half. What's up? If not for you, my long slumbering demons may have gone unslain. I would have never been forced to reconsider my true nature, but as I said, do not consider this as an admission of debt. Now, I believe you have other places to be. Remain here any longer and I may be inclined to place you in a cell next to one of our more recalcitrant subjects. I'd like to see you try. Alright. Let's head back to the Ethereal Sea, because we have to speak with the memory of Themis. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, we're here. Head down. Alright, Claudian. There you go. There you are, Ayame. While you were away, Themis brought me up to speed on all that happened while I was held prisoner. The story shone light upon any number of questions that were niggling my consciousness, namely those concerning the ethereal signature emanating from Az's law. Doubtless, the source was Athena, reaching out as far as she could from her prison, ever grasping for someone to take Erichthonius' place, grasping for the body his soul resided in. I want to ask, when you first found the crystal, were you unable to hear the memories stored within? Indeed. It is only after our research was well underway that I could hearken to its whispers. Contact with the crystal should have awakened the memories, but the passage of time likely changed Erichthonius' soul in subtle ways. Perhaps ethereal resonance was a gradual process in this case? However, being attuned to Erichthonius has exposed you to Athena's voice as well. Doubtless the choice to venture forth into Az's law was not your own. It was Athena's influence working through you. I do recall being strangely fixated on acting alone. I never would have encouraged such recklessness usually. Although the choice is not entirely my own, I am still ashamed of my actions. Reflection is how we plant the seeds of growth, although we must not blame ourselves for events out of our control. But the voice in the crystal belonged to the person from which your soul originated. Well, not even the most brilliant researcher could come to that conclusion. Your reassurance means more than you know. Thank you. Now, one final matter. It concerns the very crystal whose discovery set this adventure in motion. Perhaps, sparked by recent events, a new light began to shine from within its depths. My experiences may indicate that a new memory has floated to the surface, eager to be observed. For some time, the question of why La Habrea and Erichthonios would leave such a crystal behind in the first place has lingered in the back of my mind. Oh, the memory crystal, right. With Erichthonios' memories and such magical talents as are at my disposal, I believe I can make this final memory manifest for us all to behold. Shall I witness it together? I leave this memory for you, the future of our star. The final days have come, and the creation magics we have so relied upon now hasten our downfall. But despair is not yet won out. La Habrea and the others of the Convocation are working to stem the chaos which threatens to engulf our star. Their plan requires great sacrifice. Elidibus Themis has already offered to give his life for our salvation. But there's another problem which must be dealt with. Pandemonium, wherein are confined our most vicious creations. Even should we survive the final days, it will take time to restore order. If Pandemonium's cells were breached and their prisoners set upon the star, our hard-won peace will be obliterated in an instant. Someone must stay behind to ensure that never happens. With Themis and La Habrea otherwise indisposed, the responsibility falls to me. And that is why I must defy the directive of the Convocation. My soul will not be offered to manifest the will of the star, but instead consigned to eternal vigil. I know that in doing so, the final days may take me. I may not live to see my duty upheld. That's why I've resolved to set this crystal adrift in the tides of the underworld. It contains memories of Pandemonium from both my father and I shall bear this warning to the future, even if I cannot. I have imbued the crystal with magics that will attract it to my essence. Even should I journey through the underworld and be born anew, this message will reach me. Pandemonium shall not be left unattended. If all else fails, then perhaps another woman, like my dear friend, will come along. One with an almost unnatural ability to pick up the scent of trouble. I wonder where she is now. How many souls has she saved, and how many beasts has she slain since last we met? A lot. Alongside my warning, this memory shall carry a wish. Ayame, may we meet again. Now listen well. If anyone receives this message, you must come to Pandemonium. Please make haste. I repeat. Well, that dispels the last of my doubts. Thank you for humoring me, and now we come to this. It survived. Yes, the heart of Sabik. There it is. The tie that bound Athena's memories to my body, no doubt. When I regained my senses, I found it on my person. Now it appears your efforts have left it bereft of memories. No trace remains of Athena. However, its power as Aurosite yet remains, and it may prove to be a valuable trove of knowledge in the hands of the right researcher. I feel that fate has left it with me for a reason. I will take my leave, but on behalf of my colleagues, nay, the entire Star, I thank you both for putting an end to Athena's wickedness. All right. Demis?
I see. Then Hephaestus' story has been laid bare.
And this is voiced in a raid cutscene? Unusual.
As has the nature of our mysterious crystal. The questions which led us into Pandemonium are answered, and soon order shall be restored. I too can fade away, unburdened by regret. I could not have reached this point without you, friend. So many revelations. But there are more, if you would dig a little deeper. Elidibus's soul was plucked from the ethereal sea, and from it I was wrought. Surely you have a passing interest in what I remember, in what I feel.
So it actually is Elidibus's actual soul.
You deserve what answers I can provide. While my memories of Pandemonium are clear, all else is hazy at best. Perhaps Athena made me this way. Or perhaps it is the result of who or what I was before. Still, I can recall vague figures, scenes from my future and your past. At the Crystal Tower's peak, we clash. And later, from that self-same spire, I send you forth into our age, into Elpis. Why do I decide on such a course? Formless as these images are, I cannot say. However, I can hazard a guess. Somewhere within my fragmented memories, I catch a glimpse of our journey into Pandemonium. A glimpse which shows not the path we took or the destination where it led us, yet by its very presence demands that you are required in Elpis. And even if that act is but one link in the chain of events which ends in Catharsis' salvation, then this all has meaning. Our time together, every moment, is worthwhile, and I am unburdened by regret.
It all had to happen.
That said, it is possible my motivations become something else entirely. That you would cross this vast expanse in the hopes of being reunited with your allies. A devotion that once would have baffled me. But after having been to the depths of that twisted prison and back, I think I can understand. Now, I have pulled back the curtain as far as I dare. The people of your age call this the Ethereal Sea, a name I quite enjoy, for it teems with life, each star a soul on its journey. And among these uncountable stars, it was yours that crossed my path. For that, I shall be forever grateful. I wish you well on your journey. A journey as long as your star is bright. A journey not bound by the confines of this world or any other.
And there he goes again. I think that's the third time. Oh?
How fascinating. The truths that dwell at the edge of sleep. The course of history is set by its victors. It is immutable, and yet should this star continue upon its path, look, the light.
All right, then. Yep, it's all necessary, or needed to happen in order to maintain the closed time loop. Again, another one. We had to go back to Elpis because we had to. Because we had been there. Alright. Claudian, let's wrap this up. Welcome back, Ayame. I hope you said farewell to Themis for me. I did. Recent events have given me not only a new focus for my research, but also insight into my own origins. Truly, it is a gift I could never hope to repay. As Lahambre said, I am not Eric Thonios, yet I bear a part of him inside me, and I shall do what I can to follow the traces he has left behind in the present day. And I got another player kind of in my face. A spark has been struck in my mind. I am ready to pursue my research with a fervor the likes of which I have not had since my youth. Doubtless I shall have need of you in the days and moons ahead. When that time comes, I only hope that you will once again lend me your sound counsel. Until then, you may farewell. Yeah, and be careful with that thing. The heart is Sabik. Awesome jail. Great job. Alright. And that is that. That probably is going to conclude most, if not all, of our business with the Ancients, I would think. But for now, we'll go ahead and stop here, and we'll get up to some new things for next episode. But for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you next time.